हेलो स्टूडेंट्स, वेलकम टू द चैनल सोशल साइंस विद दीपांकर। इस छोटे से वीडियो में मैं आपके साथ डिस्कस करने जा रहा हूँ बिल्स क्या होती हैं और बिल्स के कितने टाइप्स होते हैं। मेरे पिछले वीडियो में मैंने आपके साथ डिस्कस किया था कैसे बिल लॉ बनती है। हालांकि बिल का लॉ बनने का जो प्रोसेस है वो बिल्कुल एक टीडियस प्रोसेस है और आप ये समझ सकते हैं बड़ा कॉम्प्लिकेटेड सा प्रोसेस है। हालांकि मैंने उसको आसान से आसान शब्दों में बताने की कोशिश की आपके सामने। उम्मीद है आपको समझ में भी आया होगा। अगर फिर भी कोई डाउट है आप उस वीडियो को जरूर देखें जिसमें मैंने बिल का किस तरह से लॉ बन रही है, हाउ अ बिल इज बिकमिंग ए लॉ, हाउ अ बिल इज पास इनटू अ लॉ। ओके, उसका पूरा वीडियो जो है चैनल में उपलब्ध है, उसको जरूर देखिएगा। उसके बाद जो है आज मैं यहाँ पे आपके सामने इस छोटे से वीडियो के माध्यम से समझाने जा रहा हूँ बिल के टाइप्स। ओके, व्हाट आर द डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ बिल्स। इन द बैकग्राउंड ऑन द बोर्ड यू कैन सी आई हैव ऑलरेडी मेंशन्ड, आई हैव मेड ए फ्लो चार्ट on that I have shown you how different types of bills, okay, the different types of bills which are there. Types of bill: the government bill, private members bill, and you can see there can be two further types: non-money bill and money bill. Non-money bill can further be divided into two parts: ordinary bill and constitution amendment bill. अब सबसे पहले बात करते हैं गवर्नमेंट बिल क्या होती है। गवर्नमेंट बिल होती है जिसको गवर्नमेंट के किसी मिनिस्टर, ओके, द बिल विच इज इंट्रोड्यूस्ड बाय ए मिनिस्टर ऑफ द गवर्नमेंट। कोई भी मिनिस्ट्री हो सकती है, कोई भी मिनिस्टर जब बिल को इंट्रोड्यूस करता है तो ऐसे बिल को गवर्नमेंट बिल कहा जाता है। अगला जो है इसमें प्राइवेट मेंबर्स बिल। अगर बिल कोई ऐसे व्यक्ति द्वारा इंट्रोड्यूस किया जा रहा है जो मेंबर ऑफ पार्लियामेंट तो है बट ही इज नॉट द मिनिस्टर। ओके, तो जब कोई बिल नॉन मिनिस्टर द्वारा इंट्रोड्यूस किया जाता है उसको प्राइवेट मेंबर्स बिल कहा जाता है। अगला है नॉन मनी बिल, जो नॉन फाइनेंशियल बिल है, और इसमें दूसरा टाइप है मनी बिल। ओके, नॉन मनी बिल में दो टाइप हो गए। ऑर्डिनरी बिल जो नॉर्मल पब्लिक इंपॉर्टेंस के मैटर्स है उसके ऊपर लेजिस्लेशन बनाने की जरूरत पड़ती है, तो ऐसे बिल्स ऑर्डिनरी बिल्स होते हैं। और कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में कभी भी कोई चेंजेस करने के लिए, कोई भी जरूरी चेंजेस करने के लिए कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन अमेंडमेंट बिल लाया जाता है। ओके, देखिए जो बिल बनाने का प्रोसेस है उसमें कई बार ऐसा होता है इवन बिफोर अ बिल इज इंट्रोड्यूस्ड इन द पार्लियामेंट, लॉट ऑफ डिबेट इज bound to take place, lot of discussions happen, lot of debates happen. After that an agreement is made whether the government will go ahead with a particular bill or not. Sometimes a political party, maybe the political party in the government, in the ruling party, if we are talking about the ruling party, the ruling party might have made certain promises before it won the election to the people of the country, and that's why they might come up with certain bills. Plus we also know there are several other groups apart from political parties. There are several other political parties also. They might pressurize the government to introduce a bill, okay, to introduce a particular bill, but it is up to the government whether the government goes ahead with it or not, right? Next we can also see there are many social groups, interest groups are there, pressure groups are there. They might also pressurize the government to legislate a particular bill. Okay, so what is a bill? First of all, we need to understand a bill is a draft proposed law. Okay, it's a draft of a proposed law. A bill is a draft of a proposed law. Okay, means before every law is a law, it is a bill first. That we need to understand very clearly. Now next we are going to talk about what, that in a coalition politics often what happens, even before the government comes up with certain bill, proposal for a bill or any proposed bill the government is going to introduce in the parliament, it has to ensure that all its partners, they accept, okay, they accept or they understand the policy behind such legislation and they agree to it. So they have to give their approval. They have to, I mean, the ruling party has to take or has to win the confidence of all the partners in the coalition. Plus we all know that a bill is normally introduced in any of the houses, Lok Sabha or Rajya Sabha, unless it is a money bill. A money bill is always introduced in the Lok Sabha. Okay, once it is passed by the Lok Sabha, then it goes to the Rajya Sabha. Okay, But the Rajya Sabha cannot reject the money bill. Rajya Sabha cannot delay also the money bill for more than 14 days. Suppose if it delays more than 14 days, then the proposed bill will deem to be accepted or approved by the Rajya Sabha. And it is also up to the Lok Sabha whether to accept the suggestions or the recommendations given by the Rajya Sabha on the money bill. The Lok Sabha may not accept them. Okay. The next we are talking about the ordinary bill or the non-money bill, in which we see that the bill has to be passed from both the houses, the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha. Once it is passed from the Lok Sabha or it is passed from the Rajya Sabha, it will go to the other house, and the same procedure is followed. And we also need to mention one more important thing over here. A large part of discussion takes place in the committees. Okay. So committees are actually a kind of miniature legislatures. Okay. They are like small parliaments, because a large part of discussion on the bill takes place in the committees. The committees send their recommendations to the government. Now the government, whether they approve those or accept those recommendations, it is up to them, right? So this is how a bill is. And then first we see that as we are talking about that even before a bill is introduced in the first stage, what we see, even before a bill is introduced in the Lok Sabha or Rajya Sabha, a lot of debate discussions take place. In the second stage, we see that how an ordinary bill, if it is a non-money bill, it is passed by both the houses, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Only in case of a money bill, we see that the money bill is introduced only in the Lok Sabha, and once it is approved by the Lok Sabha, it cannot be rejected by the Rajya Sabha. Plus, if we talk about any ordinary bill also, and in case of any ordinary bill, if there is some disagreement between the houses, then a joint session of parliament is brought. Okay, is called upon. And in the joint session of parliament, whatever number of joint session of parliaments have been held so far, we've seen that the decision taken by the Lok Sabha or the decision that is approved by the Lok Sabha prevails. Okay, because of the numbers, because the Lok Sabha has greater number of members in it. Okay, after all the discussions, debates, or after the committees, the recommendations sent to the government and all that happens, then in the third stage, final stage, what happens? The bill is sent to the president for his or for her final assent. After the bill is given assent by the president, then the bill is translated into, or the bill is converted into a law. The enactment of law happens. So this is what we need to understand about the bills. I hope things are very clear to you. If any questions or any doubts are there, please do ask me in the comment box. And I would also request to like the channel, share it among your friends, right? So that I can be also motivated or more encouraged to make such kind of interesting videos for the benefit of everyone. Thank you so much. In the end, I would say, take a very good care of yourself. Have a nice